Yeah. Would you ever consider fighting Kamaru again if
Yeah,
the
one
opportunity was
hundred
given to you?
percent.
You would.
100%. Like even though I respect him more than a lot of people because the history that we had, the fight that we had. But yeah, for sure, fighting. Like it's only one guy in my division that I will not fight is Vicente Luque because I'm pretty close with him.
Yeah.
But besides Luque, I will fight anyone for sure for Kamaru if the opportunity is given to me. What's up?
How's it going, man?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Good. Nice to finally meet you.
Nice. Yeah. Finally.
Yes, sir. All right. How was your day today? Good.
Good, good. I
Yeah.
got two sessions. That was the last day that I had two sessions. I'm very happy about it.
Oh, really?
Was Yeah, tomorrow forward just gonna be one session. So yeah, today I just woke up, easy breakfast, no carbs on my breakfast, and just a couple eggs, fruits, went to the training. I did a little bit of everything. Start with the pads. Then did a lot of wrestling,
Okay.
takedowns to the ground, a little bit of ground and pound control, a lot of reps.
Nice.
And then went home, rest up a little bit. Saw my chiropractor. He adjusted me everything I need. And went
Sweet.
home a little bit and then got a little lifting session, little power and speed. So it was a good session.
Nice. That's awesome. Is that your last lift of the camp? Like strength and conditioning work? It
The
is?
last lifty, but I still got my circuit. Friday morning is gonna be a tough 3 round circuit. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. If you want to just give like a brief summary of your camp in total, like were there any specific
Yeah.
focuses for this fight in specific, or was it kind of just the
Yeah.
same thing as normal?
Uh, I that can put together a lot of things that I've been working on because I criticize myself so much. So after the fight
Hmm.
with Hamza, I saw a lot of little mistakes.
Hmm.
I got little punches because my hands position wasn't good, my guard wasn't good.
Okay.
Uh, I had two or three takedowns attempt that one was almost there.
Hmm.
But so I was working heavily on correct those little things, my
Hmm.
guard, my wrestling, the ground. So it was more as a correction of my game that I was
Okay.
working to before I get a fight. And then when I got a fight, I got the opponent's name. So then we kind of start working, still working on me. But then
Hmm.
bringing the guy, I have two guys right here. They have the same style as Neil Magny. So then
Oh,
I
perfect.
brought these two guys in, and they high level. One's Jason Jackson. He's number two on Bellator, number one welterweight in Bellator.
Yep. Okay.
And the other one is Delano Taylor. He was just the finalist on the PFL 170
Damn.
as well. So
Okay.
those two
Sweet. Yeah,
guys
that's
are high
perfect.
level. So I
Yeah.
work mostly with those two guys and correcting little things. But yeah, I have a good game for this guy. The game plan, I love it because I'm the small guy. He's very long. He's
Hmm.
tall, 6'3". So
Hmm.
I gotta go forward and I gotta do a little bit of my game for sure with a lot of correction, a lot of things that we saw, the tendency that he has. But
Hmm.
was working through my strength, his weakness, and we kind of make a game plan around that.
Sweet. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, you can't be too hard on yourself in that comes up fight because there was so much emotion going into it. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
a lot less emotion going into this one with Neil Magny, especially as like the higher ranked guy. In that comes up fight, like it was a lot of talk around like that he was just going to beat you like easily, and then you kind of proved yourself in that one. And I'm sure there was a lot of
Yeah.
emotion going into that one for sure. So,
Yeah, it was a lot of emotion, but it's still a little technical mistakes that I cannot
mm,
let it pass. I cannot let
yeah.
those pass. I got hit because my hand was down and a lot of little things. Full work wasn't the best. So
Mm,
yeah, it went not in a bad way, but I went okay. I made a mistake here, made a mistake there. I gotta fix all that. Make sure next fight those mistakes are corrected. I might make
yep.
some new ones, but not the old ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's perfect. That's how you improve for sure. You were talking about your breakfast and no carbs or anything. So I just wanted to ask you about a little bit about your approach to nutrition and like how that differs from when you're in fight camp and then when you're in your off season.
I I try to eat super clean all the time,
Okay.
all year round because I first of all I did two short notice fight and then those opportunities might come. I gotta be kind of
Yeah.
ready, I gotta be there.
Mm,
But I eat pretty good, to be honest. I have a nutritionist that we've been working together over 4 years, and he's great. And we play now with the macros. That's how I put my weight down this
mm,
time around. Sometimes we take this week the plan was taking the breakfast out of the taking the carbs out of my breakfast,
okay.
and every other day taking the carbs out of my lunch. And the
Mm,
great thing that I like about this guy, he doesn't took carbs away on my dinner. He does the opposite that everybody does. Everybody
okay.
eats a lot of carbs in the morning. They took away the carbs at night. He does the opposite. He likes to, in the morning, because I was full a night before with the carbs on my dinner,
Mm,
I have energy for the morning session, so I don't need too much carbs.
okay.
So I don't do carbs. I do only protein, a little bit of fat, and I go to my training session. And then
Mm,
that's when his brain coming. If the session was very hard, that's not the case right now. I need carbs, but
mm,
I'm not doing as hard as I was doing a couple weeks ago. So
yeah.
today I didn't put the carbs on my on my lunch, but now I'm gonna have carbs on my dinner. So he's very
Mm,
smart playing with my macros and putting my weight down. And the supplementation too, he's great, bro. He's very, very good. If people want to look him up, his name is Marcelo Ferro.
okay.
Ferro, Marcelo Ferro, high level in Brazil, worked with a lot of jiu-jitsu guys back in the days in São Paulo. And he's here. He's a former bodybuilder, so he knows so much about nutrition. He
Yep.
understands the sport. And so I always follow the plan that he shows me. And then our camp for sure, when the fight is over, I have 2 weeks of break that I can kind of eat whatever I want.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit more as I kind of relax a little bit, because those last 3 weeks for me, I gotta really pay attention with the food.
Mm,
But regularly, I eat very good. So just these 2 weeks, I'm gonna get a couple desserts here and there. I'm just gonna eat a little bit of whatever the Brazilian food that I kind of missing a little bit. But
mm,
I don't think it's gonna be nothing too much, nothing too crazy.
no.
Whenever I was cutting weight to 155, I was craving everything. That was
Yeah. I
was
bet. Yeah.
so the cut was so hard that I was craving so much. I was getting ice creams, a bunch of ice creams. I was crazy on the sugar, but now
Yeah.
that my cut is a little bit more relaxed, I don't crave it as much. So I'm gonna eat a little bit, but nothing like that gonna affect me. So I try
Yeah.
to eat the whole year pretty clean, pretty decent.
That's
And
good.
I
That's
like and the way I see it too, I love to train. So after a couple of days off, I'm gonna be back in training. Whatever the for sure I want to win. Don't get me wrong, but
mhm,
whatever the result is, I'm 1 week I'm back in training. I'm back in doing
yeah.
what I'm doing. So I need energy to train. To push myself. I need energy. The
Yeah.
food that I see right now, I don't see as a pleasure. I see as a fuel. I see as an energy. Okay, I need energy.
Mhm.
What's the best option? Okay, this one, yeah, it's gonna give me good energy. So that's how I do.
Yeah, that seems like the best way to do it instead of cutting down to 155 and then blowing right back up. Like you see a lot of guys doing it, especially young guys for sure. It's kind of hard
Crazy,
to keep that under control, right? When you're cutting so much
crazy.
weight and you're just starving the whole time. Is that what you used
It,
to do? You used to blow up like
that
30
yeah,
pounds after?
I was blowing up crazy. On the
Wow.
beginning, I would start cutting for 185, 180. I wasn't as big as 185. That was my biggest. So in
Yeah.
shape, I was 180, and then I was cutting to 55. And then the weight was just adding up. So I went to 180, to 180, to 55. Next time around, I was 184. And then I
Yeah.
cut down to 55. Then I was 188. And then I was cut
Yeah.
down to 55. And then was 192. And then I was
Yeah.
cutting the last couple of times I was
Yeah.
coming up after 2 weeks of the fight. I was 205. I was
Oh,
bigger than I am right now. Right now, my
yeah.
biggest I got to 200. So when I start cutting right now, 188, 187. But before I was getting bigger than I do right now, so
Yeah.
it was not healthy at all.
Yeah, it makes sense for sure. So I was going to talk about the division a little bit, the welterweight division in total. We know it's like one of the most competitive divisions in the UFC. We saw that crazy knockout by Leon Edwards against Kamaru in 2022. and now he's holding the belt. We were thinking there was going to be an early rematch for the trilogy with Kamaru and Leon, but there's some rumors going around about Kamaru's injury. We saw Ali talking about that, saying that he's not injured and he's going to fight him soon. Do you have any thoughts on that or what's going on in the division right now?
I think the fight is gonna happen. I do think the
Okay.
fight is gonna happen, and it's gonna be a close fight.
Yeah,
The factor that I always point is the Salt Lake City. They had a elevation in there, and then Kamaru
Kamaru's
trains
used
an
to that.
elevation.
Yep,
Leon was not. Leon did a great first round, so
yep,
I think that's a different story now. Going to all the way to London, that's a hostile territory. Has the mental aspect too, because Kamaru is always the right corner. What that means is a fighter is walking in, and the fighter is waiting to Kamaru, and he's the champion. He's the last one coming in.
yep,
But now it's the opposite.
yeah,
Now
hmm,
we'll see how he's gonna handle that. He's been the first man up there waiting for his guy on this guy's home, the
yep,
whole
and
crowd thing. So he plays a factor.
yeah,
So I think the fight is super close. If I gotta, I don't. It's gonna be very hard for me to pick. But if I have to pick, I'll give a little bit more edge for Leon. Just the way he finished the fight. Digs
yeah,
very deep and got to
yeah.
finish. But I think it's gonna be a very close fight on to be who's gonna be the next champion.
Yeah, I mean, Kamaru's last loss was right at the start of his career when he got choked out, and then like he was the champion for so long, developing all that confidence, and then he beat Leon the first time. So Leon's probably going into that second fight thinking that not as confident as he could be, as he is right now, probably going into the third fight, and then who knows how Kamaru is feeling after a loss like that too. So it's a
Yeah,
much different fight.
he shakes off, for sure. Like I agree that okay, yeah, a fight is a fight, is a new fight, is a different fight, but they have history, they've been there
Yeah,
8 rounds with each other. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one for both guys, but a little
yeah.
bit tougher for Kamaru, I think.
Yeah. So we know how your first fight with Kamaru, there was a lot of that personal stuff because obviously you guys probably have a lot of connection with each other. And I
Yeah,
think you guys have trained together since then,
yeah.
right? Just a little bit, maybe?
Just a little bit, but not
Just a little bit.
much.
Yeah. Would you ever consider fighting Kamaru again if
Yeah,
the
one
opportunity was
hundred
given to you?
percent.
You would?
100%. Like even though I respect him more than a lot of people because the history that we had, the fight that we had. But yeah, for sure, fighting. Like it's only one guy in my division that I will not fight is Vicente Luque because I'm pretty close with him.
Yeah.
But besides
Mhm.
Luque, I will fight anyone for sure for Kamaru if the opportunity is given to me.
Yeah. Sweet. I know you don't want to think about this and you're just looking forward to the next fight right now, but with a win over a strong veteran like Neil Magny, where do you think that sets you up for in 2023?
Yeah, he puts me on the win column again. I need that.
Mhm.
Like, oh, if people still think talking about the Hamza fight, but it's over, then I lost. So
Yep.
I need a win. The first thing that I need is a win. And
Mhm.
as you said, Leon's fighting Kamaru. Kobe, we don't know when he's gonna fight. Hamza
Mhm.
and Bilal doesn't have an opponent, so I need that first to win and see what's next. But I do believe to really earn a title shot, I need 3 finishes this year. That's I'm pushing ahead. Two might be enough, but
Mhm.
I'm shooting for three. Then I will earn, and no one's taking away from me. I don't need to ask for anything. I don't
Yep.
need to
Just prove it.
beg. So I want to prove. I want to earn
Mhm.
that. So that's what I'm doing. Like Neil Magny is gonna be the first step, but I already imagine like 3 fights, 3 finish. I don't care whoever say yes and get a title shot. That's the goal.
Awesome. So with the matchup with Neil Magny, and just the like strength and weaknesses matchup, where do you see that fight going? How do you see it playing out? And if you're looking for the finish, where do you think that'll come?
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking all every time. As soon as we step in there, I'm looking for a finish, and then I think you got uh good ways to finish with my hands. I think the punch my way in, putting pressure. I think I can maybe get a knockout right there. I can think that's gonna be one of the options. But if I don't connect or if I do connect and he can take it, I'll take him down and be looking for ground and pound and a submission. But yeah, I'm looking. the fight is on, I'm looking for a finish right away. I want to put my hands on him. If that doesn't pull him out, I'll take him down and try to work into a choke or arm bar or heavy ground and pound. That's the things that I'm working on.
Awesome. It sounds super exciting, and I'm super
Yeah.
excited to see it. So you're fighting on the main card of Glover and Jamal Hill, obviously, and as well as Jason Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno, the fourth matchup there. How do you see each of those fights playing out? Do you have any predictions for those ones?
Yes, I do. I want my both Brazilian guys to win to represent, but
Hmm.
I like Jamal Hill a lot, and I like Brandon Moreno a lot, and they
Hmm.
very, very tough. Jamal Hill, if he keep the fight on the feet, it's gonna be a very hard night for Glover.
Hmm.
But if you Glover use his wrestling, his jiu-jitsu, that's an easy
Yeah.
path, to be honest, a
Yeah.
very easy path to Glover. In the other way, in the other fight too, I think Figueiredo and Moreno, that's crazy because we were talking about Kamaru and Liam. They know each other. They've been there 8 rounds. I don't even
Yeah.
know how many rounds those guys
Like
haven't been together, maybe 50
15, maybe. Yeah.
more because
Yeah.
there was five
Yeah.
rounds. Yeah.
Yeah. 50. Yeah.
5 rounds,
Something like
three
that.
times,
Or
15
yeah.
rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15
45.
rounds. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. And
Yeah.
now 30 minutes, like how long is that? Like 25, then 25, right? That's
Yeah.
50 minutes,
Yeah.
but three times,
Something like
right?
that. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Three
25,
times
25,
25, 50, 75
25,
minutes, 75 minutes.
75 minutes, one
Yeah.
hour and 15 minutes with the guy in the octagon. You
Yeah.
should know
Full speed
something
at
about that
flyweight,
guy.
too.
You
Yeah.
should know something about that guy,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
very close. If I get a bet, I'll put money on Figueiredo, but it's gonna be a close one, like another big fight, like I
Hmm.
think it's gonna be a close one. And this card is because I'm on it, but for sure I'm a huge fan of the UFC. It is a lot of fights that are under the radar that people have no idea. Those two Bonfim brothers over there, Ismael and Gabriel, those guys are good. I
Yeah.
think they're gonna do very good. I think they both gonna win impressively. And another guy that two other guys that people not talking too much about is RoboCop, Gregory
Yep.
Rodriguez.
Yep.
He's my training partner. We do strength conditioning with the same guy. We train with the same guys. This guy is flying, bro.
Yeah.
He's
He's a
gonna be the
beast.
next. He's gonna be the next thing in middleweight, 100%. People talking about Hamza or that guy. He's a beast at middleweight, and the
Yep.
other guy too on light heavyweight. I think he's fighting heavyweight right now. Is Almeida,
Yeah.
Malhadinho. That guy
Yeah.
is a monster
He's a
right
beast.
there.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So those are the guys that I'm looking for, and I think people are gonna be impressed. And yeah, so I'm very excited to these UFC 282 in Rio. So I think it's gonna be a crazy card that people have no idea. We need more guys. We need, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If we could go back, I think Charles Oliveira against Islam in Rio
Yeah.
will be
That would be
amazing.
crazy. Yep.
But it is what it is. It happened already. But Glover, Figueiredo, me, Almeida, Bonfim brothers, Jessica, I think it's gonna be a crazy. Gregory, it's gonna be a crazy night, bro. People are gonna be
Yep.
impressed with that card, and the crowd in Brazil, they're gonna be so loud. It's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Just thinking about, I'm like,
Brazil always
wow,
gets crazy.
Brazil get
Yeah.
crazy. They were
Yeah.
talking about London because they just did two shows over there. I'm
Mhm.
telling you, Brazil, they gonna be loud, bro. It's gonna be
Yep.
nice.
Yep. Especially after Glover's potential fight of the year. And
Yeah,
then you being on the card
100%.
as well. Figueiredo is going to be a massive fan favorite. There's so many fan favorites on that card, and that's just anywhere they'd be fan favorites, not even just in Brazil.
Yes,
So yeah,
for
it'll be
sure.
exciting for sure. So you were talking about Kamza at middleweight and the potential there. How do you think he does at middleweight? And there's obviously a bunch of guys who might cause us some problems just because of the size.
Yes.
But how do you think he does? And like, who do you think some of his potential first matchups would be?
I don't know. I think he's going to middleweight. He's looking huge. I just saw a picture, a video or something of him lifting. He looks huge. That's not a
Yeah.
welterweight type. That's
No. Yeah.
Gregory. That's Gregory who's weight. So, bro, I think it's a lot of tough fights for him. It depends how the UFC wants to match make and the fights, but I know a lot of guys are gonna be a tough fight for him. Like
Yeah.
Marvin Vittorio will be a tough fight.
Yeah.
Robert
Costa.
Whitaker, Robert Whitaker is gonna be wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Costa and we're talking about a ranking guys, but it's one guy in special that I think is a very hard fight for Hamza. This guy, Dolidze,
Oh, Roman Dolidze.
Roman
Yeah.
Dolidze,
Yeah.
very
He's a
good
scary guy.
jiu-jitsu, a
Yeah.
monster. I think that guy walks around. He's huge. I saw him on
Yeah.
the PI December 10th. The guy's huge. I think
Yeah. He's massive.
that's one of the toughest fight for Hamza, I think, on the
Yeah.
middleweight. But bro, the guy is good. I think he can do good, but a lot of tough fights in there. You know,
Yeah.
stay a welterweight. I gotta. We have a rematch to do. Stay a welterweight.
Yeah, that would be great to see. I'm sure everyone would love to see that. Um, so how does Kill Cliff FC work with your training sessions? Is it only pro training sessions, or are there some amateurs involved in those as well, or they're just like a fighting team training session
Yeah.
for sparring?
Yeah, it's a fight. It's a pro team, you know. Just get pros in there. We have another location that we used to train before called Hard Knocks 365 here in Florida for the amateurs. So all the amateurs coming, or if the guy is a pro but is very in the beginning, super green,
Yep.
we send these guys to Hard Knocks to get a little bit more experience to fight in local shows, and then they can come to Kill Cliff FC. Is only pro. The only thing I have a jiu-jitsu program over there. So if you're doing a gi training, that's
Mm-hmm.
open for the public over there, just for jiu-jitsu, but striking, MMA is just for the pros. And we have two sessions. Almost every day we have two sessions. Most of the morning sessions are group training, just pros. So Mondays MMA wrestling, MMA,
Mm-hmm.
but way more to the wrestling side. And then Tuesday we have sparring with the big gloves, couple rounds kickboxing, couple rounds MMA.
Nice.
Wednesday we have a heavy wrestling practice. That's the hardest practice. Thursday we have MMA with the puffy gloves
Yep.
on Thursday, and Friday we grapple hard, you know, and then uh, Saturday we got a circuit in there. People that want to do the circuit conditioning, we get guys there. All the coaches are there working on the techniques. And Monday night kickboxing drills. Tuesday night we have two sessions going on at the same time. So then whatever you need, you know, we have a wrestling and grappling session going on, and we have coaches working with the pads. Then is whatever
Mm-hmm.
you need to get better or you need to work on, you're gonna do your schedule for the night. Wednesday, everybody do strength conditioning. Thursday, same thing. If you gotta wrestle, you're gonna drill and wrestle. If you gotta grapple, you drill with the grappling. Or we have coaches with the pads there to get better on striking. And Friday, we're lifting again, strength conditioning. So kind of everybody, even if you do like me, I do strength conditioning in a different place, but I kind of keep those Wednesday and Friday to do my strength conditioning so I don't miss no classes. No. So yeah, so far so good. We got a lot of good guys there. We
Yeah.
have crazy guys on the beginning of the career. We have two guys fighting on LFA this Friday. Two amazing guys at 35. Mitch McKee and Adamu Isa. Those two guys are, you're gonna heard about these guys. There's a little Michael Chandler
Okay.
in there.
Oh,
Mitch McKee,
nice.
little Michael Chandler, high level wrestler, but loves to throw the hands. And Adamu Isa is a different guy, high level Nigerian guy, crazy striking.
Sweet.
And we have Logan Soley over there right now. He has a title fight coming from Bellator. He'll be fighting February 25th in Ireland. So getting ready to his fight. We got a lot of Bellator guys, a lot of UFC guys, a lot of PFL guys. So you got a room full of killers over there.
Yeah. That's sweet. That's the perfect place to be. Um,
Yes.
So I just have one last question. It's kind of built around Sanabul. That
Yeah,
what this video is going to be going up on is the Sanabul YouTube channel. I know you obviously love the product, love the brand.
I
What
do.
made you what made you gravitate towards Sanabul rather than another brand? Is there anything that you like specifically?
Yeah,
And how have you been
couple.
liking the partnership?
I love the partnership. Those guys are amazing. Anything I need, they just easy communication. I love. the first thing that I love is the communication. Very easy. Anything I need, anything you guys need, I try to do the same. We help each other. No, oh, you need these, I give you. Hey, what you need? Why can I collaborate with you guys? I'm
Hmm.
super easy. You guys too. But I think a lot of things that make me love the company. First thing is the products, high level geese, high level gloves, shin guards, headgear, big gloves. I love it. And the hash guards, everything high quality. That's the number one. And the other thing is the name. Fight for it.
Yep.
That's that's still my mentality. You know, that's that you need to. The first thing you want to be successful. I don't care where, athlete, profession. I don't know where. Any area in life, you need to make that goal. You need to have a goal. You need to to you gotta achieve something. It's not just
Hmm.
okay, I'm just gonna try to be rich. Yeah, that's okay, but something champion. I wanna I wanna own a multi-millionaire company. I wanna want these, I wanna build this. You need to have that goal and you need to fight for it. So I love
Yep.
that saying, that quote that we have in Sanabul. And all the partnership, I love they do things with a Sugar Sean O'Malley. I love the guys that are around, the guys that being part of the team. And Ian is a great guy. I get
The
nothing
best guy.
but respect to the guy. He
Hmm.
sent me, and that was another thing too. He gave me a thing that no one knows, but I was going to Brazil and I'm starting a social project over there. Before we have that, he would send me stuff and we always had a good relationship. And they say, "Oh, I'm going to Brazil, trying to work on the project." He said, "I'm going to sponsor the project. Don't worry about it." And they're like, "No, but
Wow.
I'm just starting, and I'm going to send you a lot of things to you to send it." And I have a lot of things in Brazil, and I already send it, give it to everybody, and like no one needs to know. He just know, don't say nothing. I'm just
Yep.
giving. I
Yep.
love that mentality, the helping mentality, and fighting for it, the quality, the guys that are around, the everything. You know, I'm in love with the company, so that's why I'm
Awesome.
proud representing, super proud to be representing Sanabul, be on the team. And I hope to see you guys soon too, because after the fight, I'm going to corner one of the guys that fighting in Bellator in LA.
Okay.
He fights that February 4th. So I don't know when I'm flying, but I know I'll be there on his corner. For
Okay.
sure, I'll
Sweet.
see you guys. And we're gonna at least see everybody, you know, show up there and like show my love and respect to you guys because I love the idea, I love the products, I love the company, and I gotta give back to you guys.
Awesome. And we love having you as a part of the team. So it's perfect. Well, all
Nice.
right. That's pretty much all we got. I wanted to thank you, Gilbert, for taking the time to do this interview with us. And we're very excited to see your fight on January 21st, UFC 283 in Rio against Neil Magny. And
Thank you
yeah,
guys.
thanks, Gilbert.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate to be here. First, I hope we get more times doing those chat and talk to you guys. But yeah, tune in January 21st, UFC 283, Sanabul family representing. Thank you guys.
Yes, sir.